Ladies and gentlemen, there comes a moment in every life where the clock stops ticking and you feel it in your spirit, the pull to reset. It's not a suggestion, it's a command from the depths of your soul, urging you to rise above where you've been and step into what you were destined to become. This is that moment. This is your time to reset your life. Change begins with a moment of clarity, a realization that resonates deep within your being. It often starts as a whisper, a quiet discomfort in your soul that says, this isn't it. This isn't all there is for me. Over time, that whisper grows louder, becoming an undeniable voice that interrupts your routine, unsettles your comfort, and disrupts the illusions you've built around your life. It's in this moment that you realize the path you've been walking no longer aligns with the person you are or the person you aspire to be. Acknowledging the need for change requires a willingness to confront hard truths. It's looking in the mirror and seeing beyond the surface, recognizing the patterns that keep you stuck, the habits that hold you back, and the fears that have silenced your potential. It's not about placing blame or feeling guilt. It's about an honest assessment of where you are, how you got here, and where you truly want to go. This step is both powerful and humbling. It demands that you peel back the layers of distraction, busyness, and denial that have clouded your judgment. It forces you to face the questions you've been avoiding. Are you living with intention, or are you merely existing? Are you pursuing a life of fulfillment, or are you settling for what's familiar? Are you moving toward your purpose, or are you drifting further away from it? The need for change often reveals itself in subtle ways. At first, a persistent dissatisfaction, a nagging feeling that something is missing, an unexplained restlessness that disrupts your peace. Over time, these feelings amplify, manifesting as stress, unhappiness, or even a sense of being lost. These signals are not punishments, they are invitations. Invitations to pause, reflect, and take inventory of your life. Acknowledging the need for change requires courage, for it is not an easy thing to admit that what once worked no longer serves you. It's a recognition that the systems you've created, the routines you've followed, and the choices you've made have reached their limit. It's understanding that change doesn't mean failure, it means growth. It means recognizing that you are evolving, and with that evolution comes the necessity to adjust, to adapt, and to reset. This process isn't about a single moment of realization. It's a journey of continual awareness. It's allowing yourself to be vulnerable enough to admit that you don't have all the answers, brave enough to acknowledge the areas where you've fallen short, and open enough to embrace the possibility of something new. But it's about tuning into the stillness of your soul and listening to what it has been trying to tell you all along. When you acknowledge the need for change, you step into a place of power. You take ownership of your life, your choices, and your future. You stop waiting for circumstances to improve or for others to validate your journey, and you start seeking within yourself the strength to create the life you desire. It's a decision to no longer ignore the signs, to no longer settle for less, and to no longer allow fear to dictate your steps. It's the beginning of a shift, a turning point that opens the door to a new chapter waiting to be written. New beginnings carry with them an energy that is unlike anything else. They are like the dawn of a fresh day, where the mistakes and challenges of the past fade into the background, and the promise of something greater fills the horizon. There is a sacredness to starting over, an undeniable beauty in the opportunity to rebuild, renew, and reimagine your life. To embrace the power of new beginnings is to recognize that every moment holds the potential for transformation, no matter how broken, lost, or uncertain you may feel. New beginnings are not reserved for the perfect or the prepared. They are for those who are willing to step into the unknown, to leave behind the safety of what is familiar, and to trust in the possibility of what could be. They require courage, for letting go of the old is never easy. The familiar, even when it no longer serves us, has a way of holding on, whispering promises of comfort and security. But to embrace a new beginning, you must loosen your grip on what was and make room for what could be. The power of a new beginning lies in its ability to rewrite the narrative of your life. It gives you the freedom to redefine who you are, to shed the labels and limitations that others have placed on you, and to step boldly into a version of yourself that aligns with your deepest truths. A new beginning allows you to see the world with fresh eyes, to approach challenges with renewed determination, and to pursue dreams with a passion unburdened by the weight of past failures. Embracing a new beginning means accepting that the past does not dictate your future. It means understanding that life is not a straight line, but a series of cycles, each offering a chance to start anew. The mistakes you've made, the opportunities you've missed, and the hardships you've endured, they do not define you. They are lessons, not sentences, and they have equipped you with the wisdom and resilience needed to step into this new chapter with confidence and strength. To fully embrace the power of a new beginning, you must also embrace the uncertainty that comes with it. The path ahead may not be clear, and the outcome may not be guaranteed, but it is in the uncertainty that growth occurs. It is in the willingness to take that first step, even when you cannot see the entire staircase, that you discover the depths of your courage and the breadth of your potential. New beginnings are an invitation to dream again, to hope again, and to believe again. They are a reminder that life is a journey, not a destination, and that every ending is, in truth, a new starting point. They challenge you to step outside your comfort zone, to take risks, and to pursue the life you've always imagined with an open heart and an open mind. When you embrace the power of new beginnings, you reclaim your ability to create. You become the artist of your own life, painting a canvas that reflects your aspirations, your values, and your purpose. It is a chance to build something extraordinary, to rise from the ashes of what was, and to construct a future that is rooted in possibility and hope. New beginnings are not without their challenges. They demand patience, perseverance, and faith. They require you to confront your fears, to silence the doubts that echo in your mind, and to trust in the process, even when the road feels uncertain. But within these challenges lies the power to grow, to evolve, and to emerge stronger and more aligned with your purpose than ever before. The chains of the past can be some of the heaviest burdens to carry. They are forged from the weight of mistakes, regrets, pain, and disappointments that linger in your heart and mind. These chains often go unnoticed at first as they weave themselves into the fabric of your identity, subtly influencing your thoughts, actions, and decisions. But over time, they grow heavier, making it harder to move forward, to dream, to believe in the possibilities of what your life could be. Breaking these chains requires a conscious and deliberate effort, for they will not release you willingly. The past has a way of clinging to us, not just in memory, but in how it shapes the narratives we tell ourselves about who we are. It whispers lies of inadequacy, telling you that you're defined by your worst moments, that you're forever bound by the choices you made when you didn't know better. These chains convince you that because you stumbled before, you'll stumble again. They wrap themselves around your hope, squeezing it tight and leaving you feeling stuck in a cycle of repetition that seems impossible to escape. To break the chains of the past, you must first acknowledge their presence. You must be willing to face the pain, the guilt, and the shame that you've buried deep within. This isn't about dwelling on the past or reliving old wounds. It's about confronting them with honesty and courage. It's about recognizing that while you cannot change what happened, you have the power to change how it defines you. You have the power to reclaim your narrative, to rewrite your story, and to declare that your past will not dictate your future. Breaking these chains requires forgiveness, not just of others, but most importantly of yourself. Too often we hold ourselves hostage to our own mistakes, replaying them over and over and over again in our minds, as if punishing ourselves will somehow make things right. But forgiveness is not about condoning what happened. It's about freeing yourself from its grip. It's about acknowledging that you did the best you could with what you knew at the time, and that you deserve the same grace and compassion you so readily offer to others. The chains of the past yourself that you are not your mistakes, that you are not defined by the moments when you fell short, but by your capacity to rise again. Breaking the chains of the past is not a one-time act, it's a process. It's waking up each day and choosing to let go of what no longer serves you. It's choosing to release the anger, the bitterness, and the resentment that only weigh you down. It's choosing to heal even when it's painful and to move forward even when it's difficult. It's understanding that the past may have shaped you, but it does not have to control you. The process of breaking free is not without its challenges. The past will try to pull you back, to remind you of the comfort and familiarity, even if that familiarity is rooted in pain. It will tempt you to cling to old habits, old patterns, and old ways of thinking, because change is uncomfortable and growth is often accompanied by struggle. But within that struggle lies the opportunity to discover your strength, to build resilience, and to rise above the limitations that once held you back. The chains of the past are heavy, but they are not unbreakable. With each step you take toward freedom, they begin to weaken. With every act of self-love, every moment of forgiveness, and every decision to choose hope over fear, those chains begin to fall away. Breaking free is not just about leaving the past behind, it's about stepping into the fullness of who you are, unburdened, unshackled, and ready to embrace the life you were meant to live. There comes a point in life when the clarity of your vision becomes clouded. The demands of daily routines, the noise of the world around you, and the weight of disappointments and setbacks can blur the dreams you once held so vividly. Rediscovering your vision is not just about remembering what you once aspired to achieve. It's about reconnecting with the essence of who you are and reigniting the fire that fuels your purpose. To rediscover your vision, you must first create space for introspection. It requires you to step away from the distractions and chaos that have pulled your focus in 1,000 different directions. It's in the stillness, when the noise begins to fade, that you can hear the quiet whispers of your soul. These whispers are reminders of the passions, values, and aspirations that make you uniquely you. They are the seeds of your vision waiting to be nurtured once again. Rediscovering your vision means looking beyond the surface and diving deep into the heart of your desires. It's not just about what you want to do, it's about understanding why you want to do it. What drives you? What excites you? What lights a spark in your soul that refuses to be extinguished? These are the questions that help you reconnect with your purpose and reignite the dreams that may have been pushed aside by the busyness of life. The journey to rediscover your vision often involves revisiting the dreams you had as a child or the ambitions you once held before life's challenges made them seem impossible. It's about allowing yourself to dream without limitations, to imagine without fear, and to believe without doubt. Too often we abandon our visions not because they were unattainable, but because we allowed the opinions of others or the fear of failure to convince us they weren't worth pursuing. Rediscovering your vision means reclaiming those dreams and reminding yourself that they were planted in your heart for a reason. This process also requires you to let go of the expectations and limitations that others have placed on you. Rediscovering your vision is deeply personal. It's not about what society says you should want or what others expect of you. It's about what truly resonates with your soul, what aligns with your values, and what brings you a sense of fulfillment. It's about stripping away the layers of external influence and getting to the core of what matters most to you. Rediscovering your vision is not just about the future, it's also about reflecting on the past. It's about recognizing the lessons you've learned, the strengths you've developed, and the resilience you've built along the way. These experiences are not barriers to your vision, they are the foundation upon which it can be rebuilt. They have shaped you into the person you are today, and they hold the keys to unlocking the next chapter of your journey. The process of rediscovering your vision can also be an act of healing. It allows you to reconnect with the parts of yourself that may have been neglected or silenced. It's a reminder that your vision is not just about achieving goals, it's about becoming the person you were always meant to be. It's about aligning your actions with your values, your dreams with your reality, and your purpose with your daily life. Rediscovering your vision requires patience because clarity doesn't always come immediately. It's a process of exploration, of trying new things, and of allowing yourself the freedom to evolve. Your vision may not look the same as it did years ago, and that's okay. It's not about holding on to an outdated idea of who you thought you should be. It's about embracing who you are now and who you're becoming. To rediscover your vision, you must also be willing to dream boldly. It's about giving yourself permission to think big, to imagine possibilities that scare and excite you at the same time. It's about recognizing that your vision is not limited by your current circumstances. It's a blueprint for what's possible when you align your passion, purpose, and persistence. It's about daring to believe that your best days are still ahead and that the life you've always envisioned is within reach. Commitment to discipline and growth is the cornerstone of any meaningful transformation. It is the bridge that carries you from where you are to where you desire to be. Without discipline, dreams remain fantasies, and without growth, progress becomes stagnant. To commit to discipline and growth is to make a deliberate choice to invest in yourself, even when it's uncomfortable, inconvenient, or uncertain. It's a promise to yourself that you will not let distractions, setbacks, or temporary failures deter you from pursuing the life you were meant to live. Discipline is often misunderstood as restrictive, but in truth, it is liberating. It gives you the structure and focus needed to channel your energy toward what truly matters. Discipline is the daily decision to show up for yourself, to prioritize your goals over fleeting pleasures, and to put in the effort required to move forward. It's not just about motivation, which can waver. It's about consistency, which builds momentum. Discipline means choosing the harder right over the easier wrong, knowing that the rewards of perseverance far outweigh the comfort of complacency. Growth, on the other hand, is the result of disciplined effort. It is the continuous process of expanding your capacity, deepening your understanding, and elevating your perspective. Growth is not a destination, but a journey, one that requires humility to admit there is always more to learn and courage to push beyond your current limits. To grow, you must embrace challenges as opportunities, failures as lessons, and feedback as a gift. Growth demands that you remain open to change, willing to adapt, and eager to evolve into the best version of yourself. To commit to discipline and growth, you must first define your purpose and set clear goals that align with it. Discipline without direction can feel aimless, and growth without intention can become chaotic. When your efforts are rooted in a strong sense of purpose, every step you take, no matter how small, moves you closer to your vision. Purpose fuels your discipline, reminding you why you started, and it shapes your growth, guiding you toward what truly matters. The path of discipline and growth is not without obstacles. There will be days when the weight of your goals feels overwhelming, when the temptation to quit is strong, and when progress seems painfully slow. These moments are the testing grounds for your commitment. Discipline requires that you push through, even when the results are not immediate, and growth demands that you endure the discomfort that comes with stretching beyond your comfort zone. It's in these moments that your resilience is forged and your character is refined. Committing to discipline and growth also means recognizing that progress is not always linear. There will be setbacks, detours, and moments of doubt, but each stumble is an opportunity to learn, to adjust, and to strengthen your resolve. It's about understanding that growth often happens in the valleys, not just on the mountaintops, and that discipline is what carries you through those valleys with determination and grace. Discipline and growth are deeply intertwined with self-awareness. To commit to this path, you must be willing to examine your habits, identify your weaknesses, and confront the limiting beliefs that hold you back. Discipline requires that you break free from unproductive routines and replace them with habits that support your goals. Growth demands that you challenge the stories you've been telling yourself and replace them with narratives that empower and uplift you. A commitment to discipline and growth also extends to your environment. Surround yourself with people, resources, and influences that encourage your progress rather than hinder it. Discipline means setting boundaries and making sacrifices to protect your time and energy. Growth means seeking out mentors, learning from those who have walked the path before you, and surrounding yourself with individuals who inspire and challenge you to be better. At its core, discipline and growth are about aligning your actions with your aspirations. They are about doing the hard work, not just when it's convenient, but when it's necessary. They are about showing up for yourself day after day and trusting that every effort, no matter how small, is a step toward becoming the person you are capable of being. Discipline and growth are not just actions, they are a mindset, a way of life, and a testament to your commitment to living with purpose and passion. Your inner strength is one of the most profound and powerful resources you possess, yet it often lies dormant, waiting for you to discover its depth and resilience. Finding your inner strength is not about seeking something outside of yourself. It's about uncovering the reservoir of courage, determination, and resolve that already exists within you. It's about realizing that no matter what life throws at you, there is a part of you that is unshakable, unyielding, and capable of overcoming any challenge. To find your inner strength, you must begin by recognizing its existence. Too often we underestimate our capacity to endure, adapt, and rise above adversity. We look to external sources for validation, support, or solutions, forgetting that the most powerful answers often come from within. Your inner strength is not something you acquire, it is something you awaken. It is the quiet voice that whispers, "You can do this," even when doubt and fear scream otherwise. Discovering this strength requires a willingness to face your fears and vulnerabilities. It's about stepping into the discomfort of the unknown and trusting that you have what it takes to navigate through it. Your inner strength is not about being invincible, it's about being resilient. It's about bending without breaking, standing tall even when the winds of life try to knock you down, and finding the will to keep moving forward even when the path is unclear. Inner strength is built through adversity. It is forged in the fire of challenges, shaped by the trials you've endured and strengthened by the battles you've fought. Every time you face a difficulty and come out on the other side, you add another layer to your inner fortitude. These experiences are not setbacks, they are stepping stones, each one preparing you for greater challenges and greater victories. Finding your inner strength means reframing these experiences as opportunities for growth rather than reasons to give up. To access your inner strength, you must learn to trust yourself. This trust comes from self-awareness, from understanding your values, your abilities, and your purpose. It means silencing the noise of self-doubt and negative self-talk that often clouds your mind. It's about replacing thoughts of "I can't" with "I will," and "I'm not enough" with "I am capable." Finding your inner strength means believing in yourself even when others don't, and knowing that you have everything you need within you to succeed. Finding your inner strength also involves leaning into your authenticity. It's about embracing who you are, flaws and all, and recognizing that your unique qualities are what make you strong. It's about owning your story, both the triumphs and the failures, and understanding that they are all a part of your journey. Your inner strength is not about perfection, it's about perseverance. It's about being unapologetically yourself and standing firm in your truth, even when it's difficult or unpopular. Inner strength is deeply connected to your mindset. To find it, you must cultivate a mindset of positivity and resilience. This doesn't mean ignoring the difficulties of life, but choosing to focus on solutions rather than problems, possibilities rather than limitations, and hope rather than despair. It's about training your mind to see challenges as opportunities to grow and setbacks as setups for comebacks. Your inner strength is fueled by the thoughts you think and the beliefs you hold, so nurturing a mindset of empowerment is key to unlocking it. To find your inner strength, you must also connect with your purpose. When you have a clear sense of why you're doing what you're doing, it becomes easier to push through the hard times. Your purpose gives you direction, motivation, and a reason to keep going even when the odds are stacked against you. Inner strength thrives in the presence of purpose, for it gives you the clarity and conviction to overcome obstacles and stay the course. Your inner strength is not something you need to create, it's something you need to uncover. It's already within you, waiting to be awakened by your courage, your determination, and your belief in yourself. It's found in the moments when you choose to get back up after falling, when you face your fears instead of running from them, and when you persevere even when the road ahead seems daunting. Finding your inner strength means embracing the power that lies within you and allowing it to guide you toward the life you are meant to live. Building a support system is one of the most vital steps in navigating life's challenges and achieving your goals. A strong support system is like the roots of a tree, grounding you, nourishing you, and holding you steady when the winds of life begin to blow. It is not a sign of weakness to rely on others. It is a testament to your understanding of how interconnected we all are. No one achieves greatness alone, and no one overcomes life's toughest battles in isolation. Building a support system is about surrounding yourself with people who uplift you, believe in you, and are invested in your well-being and growth. To build a support system, you must first acknowledge the value of relationships in your life. Too often we try to go it alone, thinking that independence means doing everything by ourselves, but true strength lies in knowing when to lean on others. It's about recognizing that you don't have to carry every burden on your own, and that sharing your struggles with others can lighten your load. Building a support system begins with humility and the understanding that asking for help is not a weakness but a strength. A support system is not just about having people around you, it's about having the right people around you. These are individuals who genuinely care about your success and happiness, who are willing to celebrate your victories and stand by you during your failures. They are the ones who offer encouragement when you feel like giving up, who provide a listening ear when you need to vent, and who give you honest feedback when you're veering off course. Building a support system means choosing people who inspire and challenge you to be the best version of yourself. To create a strong support system, you must also be intentional about the relationships you nurture. It's not enough to simply connect with others, you must invest time and energy into those connections. This means showing up for the people in your life, offering your support in return, and building a foundation of trust and mutual respect. Relationships are a two-way street, and the strength of your support system depends on the effort you put into maintaining and strengthening those bonds. Building a support system requires vulnerability. You must be willing to let others see your struggles, your fears, and your imperfections. This can be difficult, especially if you've been hurt or let down in the past. But vulnerability is the gateway to authentic connections, and authentic connections are the cornerstone of a strong support system. When you allow yourself to be seen and heard, you create space for others to do the same, fostering deeper and more meaningful relationships. Your support system should be diverse, encompassing a variety of people who bring different perspectives, strengths, and experiences to the table. It might include family members who know you better than anyone else, friends who share your values and interests, mentors who can guide you with their wisdom, and peers who are walking a similar path. Each person in your support system plays a unique role, and together they form a network of strength and encouragement that can help you navigate any challenge. Building a support system also means setting boundaries and being selective about who you allow into your inner circle. Not everyone who enters your life will have your best interests at heart, and some relationships can be more draining than supportive. It's important to recognize toxic or one-sided connections and to prioritize relationships that are healthy, uplifting, and reciprocal. A strong support system is not about quantity, it's about quality. It's better to have a few trusted individuals who truly have your back than a large group of acquaintances who don't genuinely care about your well-being. In building a support system, communication is key. You must be willing to express your needs, share your goals, and articulate how others can best support you. People cannot read your mind, and they may not know what you need unless you tell them. Open and honest communication fosters understanding and strengthens your connections, making it easier for others to provide the support you require. A support system is not just for times of crisis, it's a resource for every season of life. It's there to celebrate your successes, to encourage your growth, and to remind you of your worth when you forget it yourself. It's a source of accountability, helping you stay focused and motivated as you work toward your goals. Building a support system is an ongoing process, one that requires effort, intention, and a commitment to cultivating meaningful relationships that stand the test of time. Stepping into action and courage is where dreams begin to take shape and where intentions transform into tangible results. Action without courage can often feel like a faint whisper of possibility, never fully realized. But courage without action can leave you standing at the edge of your potential, looking at what could be, but never daring to take the first step. To step into action and courage is to make the bold decision to move forward despite fear, uncertainty, and the many obstacles that may stand in your way. It is the moment when you take what you have learned, what you have envisioned, and turn it into reality by simply choosing to act. Action is the force that propels you toward your goals. It is the fuel that ignites the engine of progress. Without action, dreams remain in the realm of the abstract, a series of unfulfilled desires or well-intended plans that never materialize. Action is what separates the dreamers from the achievers. It requires that you not only visualize the life you want, but also move deliberately toward making it happen. Action means getting out of your head, out of your comfort zone, and into the realm of doing. It requires effort, persistence, and a willingness to step into the unknown. Yet it is not enough to simply take action. You must also embrace courage, the inner strength that drives you to continue despite the inevitable fears and doubts that will arise along the way. Courage is not the absence of fear, it is the willingness to move forward in spite of it. Every time you step into courage, you affirm your belief in yourself and your vision. Courage is what keeps you from turning back when the path gets difficult, what gives you the resilience to keep pushing forward when the results are not immediately visible. To step into action and courage, you must first confront your fears head on. Fear often stands as a silent gatekeeper, holding you back from the very things you desire most. It may manifest as the fear of failure, the fear of rejection, or the fear of ejection, or the fear of the unknown. But what fear does not want you to know is that it loses its power the moment you decide to act in spite of it. Courage is found not in the absence of fear, but in your ability to look fear in the face, acknowledge it, and continue moving forward anyway. Stepping into action and courage also means overcoming the need for perfection. Too often we delay taking action because we feel we are not ready, not qualified, or not good enough. We wait for the perfect moment, only to find that the moment never comes. Action doesn't need to be perfect, it just needs to be taken. Every step forward, no matter how small, is a step closer to your goals. And every action, no matter how imperfect, is a lesson that propels you closer to success. Waiting for perfection can keep you stagnant. Embracing imperfection and taking action despite it is what leads to growth. But the courage to act also requires the willingness to face failure. Failure is often seen as a negative outcome, something to be avoided at all costs. But in truth, failure is one of the greatest teachers you will ever have. It shows you what doesn't work, what needs to be adjusted, and where you need to improve. Stepping into action means accepting that failure is not a reflection of your worth, but rather a natural part of the journey. It's the willingness to take risks, to stumble, and to get back up again that ultimately leads to success. Courage allows you to embrace failure as an opportunity, not a setback. Stepping into action and courage also requires clarity and purpose. Action without purpose can feel aimless, and courage without clarity can lead you in the wrong direction. Before you can take bold steps, you must understand why you are taking them. What is your purpose? What drives you? When your actions are aligned with your core values and your vision for your life, you gain both the direction and the motivation to keep moving forward. Purpose fuels courage, and courage propels action. At times, stepping into action will feel uncomfortable and challenging. The unknown is always intimidating, and the desire to stay in the safety of your comfort zone is strong. But growth, change, and achievement exist outside of that zone. Stepping into action means doing the things that scare you, trying things you've never done before, and pushing through moments of uncertainty. It's in those uncomfortable moments that the most profound transformation takes place. It's in the face of fear and discomfort that courage is born, and it is through action that courage becomes a powerful force for change. Stepping into action and courage also requires persistence. The road to your goals will not be smooth and obstacles will inevitably arise. There will be moments when you doubt yourself, when setbacks seem insurmountable, or when you feel like giving up. But courage is not about the absence of difficulties. It is about your ability to press on in the face of